Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review one of the most unique films you're going to see this year, I can guarantee you that, and that's Sorry to Bother You. Now, when I saw the trailer for Boots Riley's new film, I thought it was very interesting and could be very intriguing and definitely deep in thematic ways and dealing with a lot of potential issues. Boy, did I not expect where the story would go though, and I feel like Sorry to Bother You is definitely something that's very unique and very creative in the way that it uses metaphors and visual storytelling and all these different kinds of things like the white voice and stuff like that to convey a lot of very deep, important, and culturally relevant issues going on. And I feel like that's one of the biggest strengths of this film, is that this really does take on a lot of important topics and does it in a very unique and interesting way that's engaging in terms of a story, watching it in a film, but also a way of portraying it and having that message come through. It's very surprising. This film surprised the hell out of me, and I'm not going to go into a whole lot of story details because, to be perfectly honest, the trailers don't give you a whole lot, which I think is really great about this film, and you're going to be shocked. There's no way you're going to guess what the hell is going to happen in this film. And in terms of the thematic topics that it deals with, is that idea of being too black or not, and that comes up a lot throughout this film, and dealing with the idea of, it's like, how do you get far in a career being yourself or conforming to this idea, and it's like putting on something, and like these relationships between races and trying to make other races feel comfortable with you is you being more like them, and instead of embracing what makes you different and unique. And Boots Riley makes a very funny and very energetic film. This film hits home really well in terms of causing you some emotional discomfort, makes you laugh, and the pacing and the energy of this film is just like jolting. It'll shoot into you and keep you going, and it runs the whole gambit of the runtime of this film from start to finish. You feel that energy. Lakeith Stanfield, who plays our main character here, is really good, and he does a fantastic job of performing in this film and really carries the film because this film is his and he's the anchor that keeps it going, and he has a very powerful performance. Tessa Thompson does a really good job as his girlfriend in a supporting role, and she even gets to show her own aspects, and she's very fiery and brings a lot to the role. Armie Hammer is ridiculous and is so much fun in this movie. It's absolutely insane. And Amari Hardrick, who plays the boss, the guy with the eye patch and the crazy facial hair and the bowler, and he does a really good job too. And the supporting cast is very good in this film, and the music is infectious. It really helps with the energy and the attitude of this film and really helps craft that, which I'm not surprised, seeing as Boots Riley is somebody who started in music. And then Doug Emmett, who's our cinematographer, does a really great job of making a visually striking and beautiful film with so many colors, so much energy. And this really is a hilarious film, and you laugh a lot throughout this whole entire film. My biggest issues with this film is some of the characters can come off very unlikable, so it's kind of hard to find somebody to anchor onto that you really feel connected with. And that's tough going through this film, and sometimes it feels like you're just going along for the ride instead of feeling emotionally invested in somebody's journey. And the issues with the relationships in this film, there's some things that they do with the relationship between Lakeith Stanfield and Tessa Thompson's characters, and then throwing in a love triangle for some odd reason, and it's the guy from Walking Dead, and I'm just like, why is this going on? This really doesn't feel necessary, and it kind of drew away from the film, and it feels a little overstuffed because it's trying to do too many things, and there are some flat characters that don't have a lot of characterization There are a few that, as I mentioned, that are very interesting and the performances are great, but overall, some of the characters don't work as well. This film, I don't think is going to be for everybody. There's parts in this film that'll happen and really test if this film is going to stick with you or you're going to stick along for the ride with the rest of this film, and it'll challenge you, and I think that's something special about this film. Anybody who's a cinephile, I think, needs to go see this film. And I think it's an important film because it deals with a lot of culturally sensitive issues. Like, a lot of films happen to be coming out this particular year. And it's fun, it's crazy. You could just go in and enjoy that aspect of the film, and you'll get crazy, I promise you. And a matter of, if you really want to embrace the deeper messages of the film, I think that's important as well. So if you get a chance, go check it out. If you're not into weird movies, don't go see this, because this really is weird. But I highly recommend Sorry to Bother You. It's definitely one of the top films of the year.